Call of Duty is actually lying to us. And that's not clickbait. Ever since Call of Duty Black Ops 6 has been released, the game has been plagued with an insane amount of bugs and issues. But the biggest one out of all of them has been the networking and server issues. More specifically, hit registration. What is a first-person shooter if whenever you shoot the enemy, your bullets don't actually register? Let me show you an example.
This is insane. No rag, no rag, and then they hit. Where could my bullets be going? Yo, good job, Call of Duty.
Here's another one.
I've just hit him! Game! That is utter bull. All those shots should have hit him. One literally gave me blood splatter, and I still didn't get a hit marker.
And then to put the icing on the cake, here's one that's pretty crazy.
Give me the clip, bro. What's going on? Give me the clip. I just shot this man twice. Give me the clip. Give me the clip.
So now that you understand what exactly is wrong with the game, I can now explain to you what Call of Duty tweeted. Call of Duty just recently tweeted probably the craziest tweet that I've seen in the last 4 years. Now, I'm gonna put a disclaimer. This could be written very wrong, but the way that it came out is not good. Call of Duty tweeted, "We've identified an issue that could result in erroneous visual blood effects when damage was not actually dealt while shooting at enemies in all modes." For those of y'all like myself who don't know what erroneous means, this is the definition. So pretty much what this sounds like they're saying, or what everybody is interpreting that they're saying, is that people are not actually aiming at their target, which means damage is not actually being dealt. Again, maybe they worded this wrong, and maybe what they meant was, yeah, on your end, it looks like you're hitting them, but in actuality, you're not. Now, let me tell you, the community was pissed about this. One of the biggest Call of Duty Twitter accounts had this to say. Popular streamer Chuki said, "I'm sorry, but I'm not gonna be gaslit into thinking the erroneous visual blood effects are to blame. If I place the reticle directly on someone's face, pull the trigger, and get a bloodshot, the game recognizes that I hit them. Yet, I'm doing no damage. Make it make sense." Another popular streamer, Tactical Brit, who's made actually a pretty good amount of videos on this, said, "Are you being for real? Like, genuinely, you still have time to delete this." And then he attached a video showing it.
Fucking hit again. Somebody clip that, bro. That. You've got to be fucking with me.
Shout out my GOAT, Tactical Brit, for doing this. His YouTube page will be in the description. Now, this tweet was so bad, and the community disagreed with it so much that I think for the first time ever, Call of Duty's official Twitter account has been community noted. The community note said this: "There's a hit registration issue in Warzone. On the client side, it's displayed that shots hit enemies, showing the visual effect of blood, but servers don't register them as valid hits. Therefore, the error lies in unregistered hit and not on the visual blood effect." It then attached a couple videos below, which I'm gonna show you one of these. Shout out the Twitter account Fruin, because he found a way to replicate this on purpose. I'll put his tweet here if you do want to screenshot this and read it for later. So obviously this tweet from Call of Duty could have been incredibly poorly written, but what everybody's trying to say is that there was something seriously wrong with this version of Call of Duty. This wasn't in the game last year, and this wasn't in the game the year before that. Something is incredibly wrong with the servers and with this desync issue. But a lot of people know Call of Duty, and they know that sometimes they always just put a band-aid fix to things. For example, in Fruin's tweet, he said, "I guess you could say that right now there is an issue that could result in erroneous visual blood effects. However, there's obviously also just as much of an issue with the hit reg, and I hope they don't just hide the blood and say that they fixed it. If that's all they do, I think we will still see many strange clips though. It will be interesting to see what the fix brings." Even streamer Metaphor said, "Please make it so my bullets hit bad guys when I shoot them instead of hiding the evidence. Blood effect removal." As you can see, there's a lot of mistrust in the community, thinking that Call of Duty will not actually fix their issues. How you interpret this, I'm not too sure, but the community all seems to agree that the way that they said this didn't really come out the right way. Brit, who has done an amazing job at calling them out for these kind of things, said blood effects are clearly tied to your game client, which means your shots are actually hitting and the server isn't registering it due to the massive desync we are seeing on poor servers. This issue is literally them just saying, nah, bruh, it's just a visual bug. Like, what? I'm going to be very blunt here, and I'm not going to act like I know how to fix this desync server issue. But what I will say is this is literally killing the game. And not to mention the communication has just been very poor since release. I love Call of Duty and I love Warzone, but the way that things are going and the trajectory that they put themselves in is not good. And this is just the tip of the iceberg. Call of Duty just came out with a new blog going over their season 1.5 update, and for Warzone, things do not look good. Now, this is the official season 1 reloaded roadmap. And if you look at everything here, there is really nothing coming to Warzone. Yes, you can argue that they're getting ready for Verdansk, but the lack of just content in general, not even just big map, but also Resurgence, is kind of insane. Call of Duty Warzone is just getting rank play, which I do think is a big W, and then a new perk that is unlocked through an event. That is quite literally it. And I'm not the only one that seems to be kind of shocked by this. JGod tweeted this in response to that tweet. Popular streamer Jay Chuki said, "Oh, Warzone is so cooked." And JGod even made a tweet about this and said, "Abridged Warzone roadmap." And the video is just 5 seconds of him yawning because there's no content here. I'm not gonna sit here and lie to you and tell you that everything's okay. I've been playing Call of Duty since the OG COD 4, and every year it gets harder and harder to continue to love this game, especially when the communication seems like it's also going backwards. It felt like back in Caldera, the communication with the community was actually insane. We had incredibly detailed patch notes, we had creator calls, and it felt like they were actually listening to what the community wanted. Fast forward this year, we have tweets getting officially community noted, and I'm not the only creator concerned. Streamer Nav said, "Warzone is dying. I've never seen views this low ever across the board, and people just not enjoying the game. The game is in shambles, and I'm worried for what we have to come. Things genuinely don't look good for Warzone, and that makes me really, really sad." We have an update in a couple days, and the only thing that Warzone is really getting is a rank mode, which obviously is great. We've all wanted a BR rank mode for a long time. With this hacking situation, I don't even know if it's worth the play. If you haven't already seen, multiplayer ranked is infested with hackers. Now that's a $60 game. How bad do you actually think it's gonna be for a free-to-play Warzone game? Streamer and YouTuber THW said, "Ranked when cheating is at an all-time high and the same Christmas Warzone event as last year? What are they doing?" So look, I don't know what's to come. I don't know if this is the end of Warzone, but what I do know is something needs to change. If we go back in time and we look at Modern Warfare 2019's Warzone, and then you fast forward to present day, the difference is literally night and day. I do hope that something is done here because I love this game, and if things don't change, Warzone will die.